So, I was watching a Casey Neistat video one time where, if I remember correctly, someone was interviewing him. No, it was a Q&A that he was doing, and someone had asked him what they should do if they don't know what to do with their life. And I'll never forget what he said. He looked right in the camera, and he said, they should be a janitor. Now, he wasn't saying this to shame them or to make them feel belittled or pathetic. It actually seemed like he was being as genuine in answering that question as he possibly could. Because he went on to say something that I at least thought was extremely profound. Because he was telling people to go find the worst, dirtiest, most miserable job that they could possibly get hired at, and to try to do it to the best of their ability. Because sometimes it takes doing things that you truly hate before you can discover what you truly love. Effectually teaching that sometimes it isn't until we are truly miserable in our dark lives until we are given a vision in color. Now, I'm turning 25 today, and to put things in perspective, I was at my most miserable this time last year. I was an assistant manager at Sonic, the drive-in. I was working 2 jobs actually, and I was working anywhere between 60 and 80 hours a week. But that job at Sonic taught me a lot about life in a very little amount of time. It was the most miserable job that I have ever had. My staff was a bunch of cruel, lawless teenagers, and my leadership was a bunch of greedy corporate executives. And there I was in the middle of it all, sleep deprived, working a lot of hours for a very little amount of money. There was days that I left for work at 6 a.m. and I wasn't getting back home until 1 a.m. the next morning. My feet were best friends with blisters. My eyes were often rimmed in red. But so many things can change in just a year. I've since moved, started law school, and started dating the love of my life. And today, I'm celebrating my 25th birthday. And I do not say that to bring attention to myself. I say it because this time last year I was alone and bitter. I had few genuine friends and very little to celebrate in life. Life felt like an endless cycle of restless nights and groggy mornings. Getting out of bed in the morning was painful, and sleeping was the only time that my body found relief. But so much can change in a year. If you aren't where you want to be in life, I'd encourage you to keep moving forward. Even if it is painful, there are better days ahead. Do not lose hope, because a year from now, you may be given the ability to look back and appreciate the misery that you endured because of how far you've come. This video is a bit of a deviation from what I normally do, but it was hard not to put out this message after reflecting how far I've come over the last year. And I just think so many more people are struggling out there than we care to admit. A lot of people in dead-end jobs, dead-end relationships, waking up with very little meaning to get out of bed in the morning. And so I just thought that if my story could help encourage just a single person to keep going, then this was a worthwhile video to film. So yeah, the marathon training continues in the next one. But until then, thank you for watching.